As always, here are the requirements and recommendations for Fairytale Part 1 Growing Pains quest. You're going to have done the Lost City and Nature Spirit quests, and the items you're going to need for this quest are going to be one pair of Secateurs, a Spade, your Amulet of Ghostspeak, one Dramen Staff, 3 items that are going to be determined during the quest, and these items will be random from player to player, and armor and food as well for the boss fight at the end. The recommendations from me are weight reducing items, energy potions, teleport runes and items such as the Ectophile, and for lower levels you may want to bring combat potions such as super attack, super strength, and super defense because the final boss can hit through your armor. So here we are in Draenor Village, and you want to go ahead and start off by talking to Martin, the Master Gardener, and just ask him about, well, first click on quest, and then ask him if there's anything that you can help with, and just do the normal for any quest and go through all of the chat options, and then you will start the quest. So when you start the quest and you get done talking with Martin, he's going to tell you to speak to some of the other gardeners around the area about their crops and basically just talk about the quest. And what you're going to need to do is talk to 5 of them. So the first gardener I'm going to speak to is the one that is over here just south of Falador. And Elston, interesting name. But yeah, so you want to talk to 5 gardeners, and I will just show you the 5 that I speak to. Now here's the second gardener I'm going to be speaking to. It's the gardener that's in Falador Park for the tree patch. And just in case anyone is wondering, if you do have a tree grown there, you are going to have to clear out the plot before the option comes up to ask them, are you a member of the group of advanced gardeners? So in order for this to come up, just clear out the plot. It shouldn't take too long. I almost had a full inventory. I was starting to get worried because I really didn't want to bank for that. So that's the second gardener, so let's move on. The third gardener is just to the west of Lumbridge Castle, and again I had to clear out the tree, but that doesn't take too long, especially since it's just willow trees. So talk to her and move on. The fourth gardener for me is right here next to the hops patch north of Lumbridge, and let's just talk to him and move on. The fifth and final farmer is just to the west of Draenor Village, right here next to the Spirit Tree patch. And once you have spoken to all 5 of them, you're actually going to return back to Martin, so that's why I wanted to do this one last. So let's get on over to Martin. Okay, after you speak to Martin, he's going to tell you to go see the Fairy Queen in Zenaris. So whenever you're heading over here, just make sure to keep a spade with you. Always keep your secateurs with you because you're going to need those later on. But one thing I do recommend is to bring a Falador teleport, because after we speak to the fairies and get the next step of the quest, we're actually going to have to go to Falador. So let's go to Zenaris. And make sure you have your Dramen Staff as well for this. Once you get to Zenaris, you just want to walk straight south to where the Slayer Master is, and you want to try and find the Fairy Godfather. That's who's going to be down here, and he's going to explain to you where there he is. Going to explain that the Queen is actually missing and where to go find her. So let's go ahead and speak to the Godfather here. After you speak to the Fairy Godfather, he's going to tell you to come on over here and speak to Fairy Nuff. And whenever you speak to her, she's actually going to send you to Xandar. He's another wizard, and that's why we're going to have to go to Falador. So speak to Fairy Nuff, go through the dialogue, and then teleport on over to Falador. Here we are with Xandar. The Dark Wizard's Tower is to the southwest of the Falador. What you want to do is just climb over the crumbling wall that is to the west of the western bank, and then just walk southwest and you'll see it. And just head on up to the very top of this tower, and what he's going to do is take that list from you, and then he's actually going to send you on to speak to another wizard. And the wizard that you want to talk to is Malignus Mortifer, and he is south of Falador where all the elemental wizards are. So let's go there. Here are the wizards, and here's Malignus. And what you want to do is just say you need help fighting the Tanglefoot, and he's actually going to require something of you. So what we're going to have to do is actually head on over to Draenor Manor and get a skull from there. So what you want to do is speak to him, and yeah, you need to get a skull from Draenor Manor. So let's head over there. For this quest, I suggest bringing items that reduce your weight, such as the graceful items or the boots of lightness, anything like that, or if you have it, energy potions, because you are going to do quite a bit of running around. Okay, so here's the grave, and you just want to use your spade over it, and there you go, there's the Draenor skull. So now we have to run back to Malignus. So here we are back at Malignus. I just gave him the skull, and now here's the thing that you can really get trolled on so hard. So he's going to tell you that you need the enchanted secateurs, and then you're going to need to get him 3 items. So let's see what I have here. Raw cave eel, not that bad. Edible seaweed, not that bad. And unopened oyster, not that bad either. Okay, so actually, thank goodness I didn't, cool. The reason why I say you can get trolled there is because he can give you a wide variety of items. The 3 items could be what you saw there. It could be king worms from the gnome stronghold. It could be a lime, Mortmire fungus pear or stem, a nature talisman, a proboscis from the Taibawani cleanup minigame, red spider eggs, slimy eel, just a whole bunch of stuff. If you want to see that full list, I suggest just going online and looking up a guide from like Tippet or something. But that's the part of the quest that can really slow you down and just kind of screw you over for the rest of your run. But since I have my 3 items, let me go and grab those. Alright, so I've got my unopened oyster, but I have run into a little bit of a snag here. So one of my items was to get a raw cave eel, and I found out that that is actually going to require 38 fishing. I am 36, so time to get some fishing levels, it looks like, but that's good because I was running out of food anyways, so let's grind that out. Alright, got the edible seaweed knocked out. You can easily get these just from coming up here and killing rock crabs, and now the last thing I need is the raw cave eel, so on to Lumbridge Swamps. Okay, and there's the raw cave eel. So if you come into the Lumbridge Swamp, make sure that you do bring, I would suggest an oil lantern and a tinderbox just to be safe. If you bring an open flame source, it can explode and that will hurt you. But also you're going to need a fishing rod, and I would suggest bringing a few pieces of bait because you can always catch slimy eels. And if you're after the raw cave eel, you might not get it. I got very lucky. I only brought 3 and I caught my raw cave eel. So now we need to go over to the nature spirit that is in the Mortmire swamp. So let's get on over there. Here's another tip for y'all. If you're going to go through the Mortmire swamp, make sure you bring like druid pouches that have charges or something like that. Something that'll keep you safe from the ghasts, because I didn't think about this, but they can turn the edible seaweed rotten. So back over to the rock crabs to get more edible seaweed, I suppose. Alright, so after you get some more edible seaweed, this time I have 6, plus I have food in my inventory, so hopefully that will decrease the chances of the ghast attacking me. So once you have your items, you want to run south. Yep, there we go, takes a trout, I'm okay with that. Run south, stick to kind of the western side of the swamp here, so that way you don't run into any of the mazes and try and have to get around all this tall grass or weeds, whatever, and just get down to where the nature spirit's grotto is. And there we go, it is done. So now I have the magic secateurs, which is going to be very nice, and this is actually part of the main reason why I'm doing this quest, is these secateurs here, and I hope I'm saying that right, they actually increase your farming yields by 10% when you're farming, so that's going to be really helpful for collecting herbs and everything like that. But now that we've got that, I need to get back to Zenaris, so back to Lumbridge I go. Okay, once you are in Zenaris, you want to go ahead and get some armor and wield the magic secateurs. That's what you're going to need in order to kill the, well, I guess quote-unquote boss. It's a level 111 Tanglefoot. And what you need to do is come on down here to where the cosmic altar is, and you're going to see this gap on the wall, on the west wall, and just go through it. He's going to try and stop you. Maybe not. Okay, so I thought he would try and at least stop and say something, but he just tells you good luck. So run through these tunnels here until you reach the end, and you'll run into a level 111 Tanglefoot. So let's go find him. I think I found him. So let's take him out. Hopefully he won't hit too hard. But to note on this fight, you are going to need the magic sector. Oh goodness. You are going to need the magic secateurs in order to kill him. So yeah, let's see how long this takes. Here's a good little strategy for you if you ever need to take a break from the fight and heal up or anything like that. you can catch him on the corner here, and he won't be able to attack you. So it's on the southern part near where you walk in. But yeah, I'm still working on this. See, and then there he is. He's stuck, so that way I can just kind of relax and do whatever I need to. Oh, he's so close. Just die. Please die. I'm out of food. Die. Okay, so this fight is a little bit harder than I expected. Oh, thank goodness. That was close. I don't care about you, baby. Deuces. Okay, so once he's dead, you get the Queen Secateurs, and you just need to run back and speak to the Fairy Queen. Oh, thank goodness. Sorry, the Fairy Godfather. So let's get back to the Fairy Godfather and finish up the quest. Alright, so here we are at the Godfather again, and I'm going to go ahead and open up the, finish the quest. So as always, if you don't want to see the rewards for the quest, go ahead and stop the video now, but now I will be showing the rewards. Alright, great. So 2 quest points, 3,500 farming experience, 2,000 attack experience, and 1,000 magic experience. So that is not bad. Plus, like I said earlier, you get the magic secateurs out of it, and that is going to allow you to gain 10% of your harvest when you are farming. So that is going to be a nice little reward. So if you enjoyed this quest, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you want to. But if you have any questions for me or any advice for my future videos, go ahead and let me know. And thank you for watching. Have a great one.